YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about this Harbor Breeze Cobra Elite. This fan is from 2007. It is basically a Westinghouse that was relabeled for Harbor Breeze. I got this fan during cleanup week, which just ended today. This is the first of three fans I got, along with a Hampton Bay St. Clair and a Comfort Zone stand fan. This fan has 3 speeds, reverses. I picked it up on a scrap run. I thought, it's a cool fan. My mom loved it when she saw the fan, so she told me I could put it up here. And it's very rare to get the okay, so of course I went for it. It's got one Harbor Breeze pole right here, and then the cord for the light. The light had a wattage limiter failure. That's why they got rid of the fan. This is how I got it. I didn't modify it other than take out the old limiter. I bypassed it, so I don't have to worry about it. It's got 3 halogen LED bulbs in it. Things like looking into the sun is so bright that it hurt my eye. You can't even see the fan on the camera. I'm going to go ahead and put it at low. Now, I always like these kind of Harbor Breeze Cobras and the Vectors, just because they're so bizarre. You don't normally see a fan like this. Not even in the modern market. It was like the mid-2000s when these were out. I remember having memories as a kid. I would go to Home Depot and I would get the catalogs and they still sold them. And I would go and they would have one of these in the catalog. I used to always think it was one of the coolest fans that they made. I always liked the swirly light kit that these have on them. I'm going to crank it up on medium here. Fan runs perfect. When I got it, little funny story, it rained the night before. So, surprisingly, the blades aren't damaged, and they're actually real wood, not that MDF crap that you would expect on a normal ceiling fan. Fan's got a typical wobble that I think every Harbor Breeze from this era has. I call it the SMC wobble because of how fast it is. I'm going to reverse the fan here because I don't really know how long the spin down is going to be on the fan here. I like the blades because they're kind of like weird. They look like if you took a table and then cut it with a saw. That's basically what they look like. And I like the color. The whole fan is just so weird and bizarre that it just works. Now, I'm not a fan of flush mount fans, honestly. I usually think they kind of impede the airflow. But the way this is designed, it still moves a good amount of air, even if it's flush mount. And I tested it on a tabletop because I didn't feel like I couldn't hang it up because I never down rod. And it still performed pretty much the same. Like right now it's cranking. I'm going to do spin down. But anyway, so it rained the night before. I picked the fan up. And I saw it and I was like, it's probably not good. I can't really see it. No street lighting. I couldn't tell what it was. So I left it. I got a St. Clair that was across the street. And that's also from the same year. November 2007. This is from, I forget if it was January. This is from a couple months later. So I don't remember if it was January or February of 2007. But this is in the ballpark. I'm going to do spin down 2 different ways. Because I feel like with the shape of the blades, it'll affect the spin down time. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch here. Go fire it back up to high here. And I'll tell you the story about it. Water. So I picked up the fan. I flipped it over. It was laying this way. Like you flipped it upside down. It was upside down. And I flipped it over. And my hand was getting wet. I pick up the fan. And it's just gushing water out the bottom of the light. I'm like, oh, that's great. So I took it all apart, the whole thing apart, and my living room floor. Had towels over everything, drying it up, and it was fine the next day. Bearings were okay, thank God. Blades are fine. Whole fan, like I said, condition it's in now is how it is. The only issue is some of the silver paint is missing off the blade. I could easily tape off, if I really wanted to, I could tape off the paddles and just respray that silver. I don't really feel like doing that though. It's definitely one of the neater fans I've had in the house. It's not it's not really the best fan, but it's definitely one of the cooler ones, and I really like this one. So I just thought I would show you. You know, obviously the lights are adjustable. I'm not gonna adjust them because they're kind of at the position I want them to be at. But it's a pretty nice fan. You know, you can still get them. They're just not labeled Harbor Breeze. They're a Westinghouse Cobra Elite. They're about 150, 160. Not a bad price for a new fan at all. Um, I would say if they're still built the same, I'd recommend one because they fly. They are fast. They have like they kind of remind me of those Brazilian spinners, which I'm trying to get one, but it's kind of a pain. Um, those are optional. 127, 220. I'll go over a whole video of one when I get one. I'll give you a hint like a Lorenz Sid or a Venti Delta, like something like that. Um, but yeah, this is one of the more random fans of the 2000s. I thought I'd share with y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.